Hello, welcome to today's video. We are working with subdividing the pulse, or the beat. Now, in jazz, there are many kinds of subdivision of great subtlety. No two players will fill the beat in exactly the same way, and it is this that gives each performance its individual character. However, we can think of two kinds of subdivision, okay? So, when we talk about subdivision, like the quarter note, 1, 2, 3, 4, single beats like that, when we subdivide it, that is also known as the feel. When somebody in jazz say, what's the feel? They're talking about subdividing the beats. The first way is subdividing each beat into 2 eighth notes. We would say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just eighth notes. This is also known as straight eights, or sometimes as straight or even triplets. They're sometimes known as 3 triplets for each beat. And we would say 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, or triplet. It is up to you. Okay? We suggest we call this feel simply swing when we have that triplet feel. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay? In classical music, we consider this or call this compound time when in the time signature 8 is at the bottom of the time signature. Okay, so let's go ahead and try an activity today. What we're going to do, now this can be done with a metronome. I highly recommend you try this with a metronome. And start the metronome off slowly. Let's say somewhere between 50 to 60. Okay? What we're going to do first, we are going to say the subdivisions in straight eighths or eighth notes. And we're going to clap different parts of the bar as shown. I'm going to go ahead and send you a sheet of what we will be working with. So, with your sheet, we see that the first line of music we are going to say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And is just the shortened version of and, just for your information. Okay? And we're going to clap on each downbeat of those subdivisions. Like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next, we're going to continue to say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and for the next 4 examples, but we're going to be clapping at different points. Number 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's continue with the next one. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Number 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And lastly, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Very nice. Okay, so how can we apply this to our music? Well, I think it's a good introduction or lesson to displacement of beats or rhythm. So we'll go ahead and start off our exercise. We'll do this in D Dorian, and we'll just play a nice D Dorian triad, or you can play the 7th if you want. I'm just going to keep it simple in Dorian triad. So what I would like for you to do is choose 4 different notes that you will start off with. I'm going to start off with the guide tones, or the notes that spell out a D minor scale, or minor chord. Okay, here we go. So the first rhythm is on the downbeat of every single beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next, we're going to come up with another one, this time on beats 2 and 4. Ready, set, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 Next we have a new rhythm. Let's see if we can play our melody based on that rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Next we have just the ands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we have the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Sorry, as you can see, I made a little mistake there. But if you ever make a mistake, collect yourself, relax, and try it again. Okay, now let's see if we can create an improvisation based on all of these rhythmic displacements. Okay? You can either use the same 4 notes that you start off with at the beginning, or you can use other ones like I was doing. Let's see if we can use just the same 4 notes. That should keep it simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So just like that. Nothing too spectacular, nothing too complex. Keep it simple. Remember, a melody or an improvisation should be singable and simple. Okay, so that's with the 8th notes. Let's go ahead and try it now on your own. We're going to go ahead and create a rhythm, and I would like for you to come up with your own little improvisation based on these rhythms. Remember to practice them on your own, the clapping and counting. Always be counting and saying the subdivisions as you do this. Here we go. Remember to keep a D minor chord in your left hand, or you can do the 7th chord. It is up to you. Keep it in D Dorian. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. How did you do? Please practice during the week to create your own improvisation based on these rhythmic displacements. Also, can you write this melody down? Try it. Part 2. Now, let's repeat the same tempo, but this time let's do it in swing. Let's use triplets. Our rhythmic triplets are like this. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. The first clapping is 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, to identify the downbeats of every single beat. Then we have 2 and 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Next, we have the 1 and the let of the triplet. Kind of like the swing 10, a 10, a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. That rhythm usually is common for the percussion to play in regular swing rhythms. Alright, next we have just the lets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And then we have various other ones now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay. Let's go ahead and place our hand back in D minor, D Dorian scale. Choosing your notes, keeping it in swing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Next is 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Next, 1 and the lets, or downbeats and the lets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 triplet, 3 triplet. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, let 2, let 3, let 4, let. Okay. Next we have just the lets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Last, we have every others. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, so remember to practice this exercise every day, clapping and counting the subdivisions, creating your melodies. But the most important part of this exercise is being able to hear and to feel the subdivisions. When we play our improvisations or our jazz, we can't be there on stage with a band saying 1, 2, 3, or 1 and 2, or 1 triplet, 2 triplet. No, that just would not be practical. That's not good musicianship. This needs to be felt or said in our mind. But for now, we're simply learning how to say it with our mouth. Alright, so practice this well. Another really good idea is in some countries such as India, North Indian tabla players to Ghanaian drummers learn rhythms by vocalizing them. Vocalizing rhythms as well as tapping them seems to gel them in the mind. Just as singing melodies as well as playing them helps you to learn your pitch. So really, don't be afraid to use your voice. Sometimes, if you want to replace those syllables with other fun jazz syllables, you can do that as well to make it more interesting. For example, if you want to do da-da-do, 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 or other melodies like that. Or do-be-do-be-do-be-do-be-do. It is up to you, whatever kind of melody or syllable you want to use. Whatever helps you to learn. Alright, so practice this well, and we will try it at your next lesson.